Hey guys, so as you would know, like my Hilux has been off the road a little while, and that's because I broke the rear drive shaft on it the other weekend when we were out in the 69 wheeling that out at Genowan Hills.
Righto, we've got Jeremy. He's going to do the track that the patrol did. He's going to go this rock step. I'm going to call it a CV breaker, because if he doesn't get it right, he's going to have to spin the... See? Yes, that's right. Jeremy, you're going to give her a bit of bundy. Here we go. There we go. Oh no! Oh, what was that? Oh, Jeremy, that's broken the shaft. Oh no! Again? What do you mean he's done a dad? He's done a Jeremy. Oh, that is.
That's on the back of the transfer case.
That is not nice.
No.
What do you have to say about that, Jeremy?
Yeah, not my ideal way to spend the weekend.
No. Does that mean I'll have to go to the work and get the tilt tray and bring you back now?
No, I'll probably just drive home on the front wheels.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, again.
Yeah, again. Well, I'll have a look at it and I'll see, see if oil's going to pour out of it or not. But
not nice.
This is not cool.
No, that is not cool.
He's done a dad. First 5 minutes in.
What do you mean he's done a dad? I'm not that bad.
You remember last time? Remember last time we were going to 100?
Oh, you break one intermediate shaft. You know?
Sorry.
One intermediate shaft, and that's all they remember.
But it was like 5
Unbelievable,
minutes
you lot.
in. It was like 5 minutes in.
Apparently you've done a dad, Jeremy.
Done a dad?
Yeah.
You always
So you're a dad, so you've done a dad.
It's a normal thing.
So the last couple of weeks I've been getting a new drive shaft built by Driveline Services, and this drive shaft is the same specifications that we use in all our XT200 series extensions. Bigger unis, bigger tube, bigger center bearing, bigger flanges. So hopefully the plan is that this one isn't going to break. So because the center bearing is different compared to the standard one, I have to make some modifications underneath the car to get that to fit. So we'll get stuck into that and see how we go. I have a helper in the shed today. Are you going to help? Yes? No? You're not going to help? You're going to hinder. That's what you're going to do. You're going to hinder. So I've got the drive shaft in. That's the new center bearing. So I'm going to have to make a new bracket to attach the new center bearing to the old center bearing mount. I've got a helper, Toyo Scout. So I just need to put a level on here just to make sure that this drive shaft is as straight as possible so I don't get any drive line vibrations. And so we'll get stuck into it and we'll see how we go with it. So this front part is 8 degrees and the rear part is 7 degrees. So this center bearing needs to go up just a fraction, so I'll need to chop a little bit out of the original center bearing mount. So we'll get stuck into that. Just flip this around to see what the angles were like. It's too much of an angle on this one. The angle on this is perfect, but once again the shaft is not straight. So I've actually had another thought about it, and it'll be easy to get to the grease nipple as well. Is I'm actually going to chop the bottom part of this pad off, and I'm going to move it up and weld it back on. So that way I'll be able to put new bolt holes in the plate. And I will also be able to use the original drive shaft with some spacers if I ever get stuck as well. So that's probably the best way to do it, I think. So we'll get stuck into that one. Right, so I've just chopped this off at the height that I think is going to make that drive shaft sit flat with the new center bearing raised up. So we'll make some new plates and we'll get those welded in here, and then we'll be able to mount up our center bearing. we've got that tucked into place now. We've lined up the centre bearing so I know where to drill the holes to mount the new centre bearing, and we've got that tucked into place, and I've got the right angle on these plates so the centre bearing's not under load. So we'll get those welded in, drill these, and should be ready to put it back in. Point of note, if you're ever going to weld on your car, either get yourself one of those anti-surge connections for your battery, or disconnect your battery altogether. It's always safer just to disconnect your battery altogether because you don't know when those anti-surge things are and aren't going to work for you. So we've got those welded up. I'm going to drill the holes for the center shaft and then we can bolt it up. Hopefully this fixes my drive shaft braking problems. To tell you the truth, I think it was actually just cheap drive shafts. It had nothing to do with the drive shaft size itself. Let's be realistic. The Hilux is not a powerhouse. Woohoo! Got it in. Tell you what, I was getting sick and tired of hanging onto that shaft. It's heavy. No one likes hanging onto their shaft, do they? It's much easier when you've got someone else doing it for you. But you have two hands free for other things.